everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to be doing part 2 of this little snail today. So it's everything in the background, and the book we're working in is Lily Dooley's A Walk in the Woods. It's got quite a bit of muck on that. I don't know where that's come from, but yeah, I'm going to do all the background. So I'm going to continue with doing these kind of leaves in the same colours I've used on this one, and then these other leaves here are going to be like yellowy brown kind of colour. So the colours we used in part 1 for these leaves was grass green 166. So I'm going to put a light layer of this one down first, and we'll get straight into it because it just takes a long time to colour leaves for me. I don't know if anybody else is the same. It just feels like they take a long time. And I don't do anything too tricky or, you know, detailed with the leaves. It's just there's a lot of them on the page sometimes, especially in books like this. This book by Lily Dooley and her other ones, and the Flowerscape books, as you can imagine, have a lot of florals and foliage. Why does that word sound so posh? Foliage. It's because I'm saying it posh, isn't it? Foliage, foliage, foliage. Who knows? So what have we all been up to? Anything exciting? Anybody know anything I don't? What do you know? Did anyone see my post on my community tab about the new Camilla D'Arico book that's coming out? I posted a link to Amazon to pre-order it. It's, oh, what was the name of it? I'm bad with names. You'll realise that I don't remember names of things that are coming out. I just remember what's coming out. I'm sure it was something like Flights of Fancy or Flights, something Flights. And the images on the front of the book look like creatures with wings. So I'm thinking, you know, all kinds of girls with wings, birds with wings, I don't know. All the mythical things will be in there, I imagine, as well. But yeah, it looks cute. I've not actually coloured in Camilla D'Arico's books in a long time. I can't remember the last time I coloured in one of her books. And I was trying to complete the Cute and Creepy book at one point. And then you just get in the moods where you just go off colouring a certain style of artwork and then move on to something else, and then perhaps you'll go back when something new and exciting comes out, like this new book, who knows. Does anyone else find that you kind of flip between different artists? Like you'll be all obsessed for a long time and then you'll just go off it and want to colour something else. I was really into portrait colouring as well for a long time. Like it was always Mariola Budek. Kind of, I used to print a lot of her artwork off and I used to do lots of them. But now, I'd rather colour florals than skin at the minute. That's just how I'm feeling at the minute. Things might change. But just at this moment in time, I just think, yeah, I'm just enjoying colouring like florals and animals. And these ones, I don't know if there's another word in between. You can tell that says green opaque, but I don't know if there's another word before it. It's 174 anyway, this pencil, guys. It might just be green opaque. It might, I've got a feeling it's got something in front of it, another word, but I guess we'll not know. We'll not know unless I go onto the internet and try and find out what is that coloured pencil supposed to be. So I'm just using this on the tips and then I'm going to blend it down. I might do these ones a little bit lighter than that leaf, or should I have them the same so they're like blending in? I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I'm thinking out loud here. Oh, I was so chuffed last night as well. I got my first Etsy sale. There's nothing like that first little ba-ding when your phone puts that notification through. And you're like, oh. So I was enjoying packing that last night. I took it to the post office this morning. So hopefully it'll get to the destination that it's supposed to be going in. Alright. good old Royal Mail. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really rubbish. Hopefully they'll be really good on this occasion. Just blending those now. Those harsh lines I've created there, I'm just blending them down. And then I'm going to put a bit of a dark shadow around the edge here. Something banging around on my desk again. There's always something making a banging sound when I'm colouring. Can you hear that? I think it's that. Let's move that. Might be alright now. Put a bit of darkness along this line here, this little centre bit of the leaf. I'll pull that up so it's not as harsh again. And then we'll get, I think I might leave this one a little bit lighter than this one. So rather than going on this big leaf, I went in next with the permanent green. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to go back in with the first colour we used, the grass green 166. And we're going to have this one being a bit lighter and brighter than the other one. So I'm just going to work this colour in to the leaf now. And work it into all that space that's left. Let me brush away the pencil dust. Do this bit down here. And there we go. That's one done. And move on to the next leaf with the darkest colour, the 174. Oh, we'll drop it. It's too tiny. I can't grip it. Gonna pop a bit on the edge of that stalky bit there. To start with, just drag that up, and a bit on the top bit. Work that in, and then we'll start around the edges. Oh, there was a couple of crashes on the school run yesterday. I drove past one street to go and pick my daughter up from school, and there was a man on the floor with a bicycle at the side of him. It looked like he'd been knocked off a bicycle. It was alright, it was alright. I think he did get taken to hospital in the ambulance, someone was saying, but he was fine. Kind of precautionary, or probably some cuts and bruises. So yeah, when I actually drove past, the police car sped past me and blocked the street off. But the ambulance hadn't actually arrived yet when I was going past. And then when I'd just got home from the school run, there was another note on, you know how we have all these Facebook pages and they'll be like your local town's Facebook page for all the news and gossip. Well, there was a post on there saying, avoid such and such a street, there's a car overturned. And I thought, flipping hell, what's going on round here? You never really know what's gone on, apart from, you know, the rumours that go around. Someone said that one was an old lady who'd had a medical episode at the wheel. Oh, hopefully she's okay. But yeah, traffic were bad again this morning, according to my partner. It weren't too bad when I went out, but he said it were really bad. So I'm wondering, is it just roadworks or is there something else going down? Wouldn't surprise me. I think we need to cut our hedges in the garden soon. They're very tall. They're taller than me. But we can only cut them down so far. We have to cut them back so they're not bushy. But then the height on them, we cut them down a little bit, but can't get them down as far as I'd want to. Really, they don't. He says they're hard to cut through. Don't ask. I'm not in charge of the hedge trimmer thing. I ain't even getting hold of that thing. Last time my partner got hold of it, he was trying to cut back some ivy along the fencing down the side of the house. And these brand new hedge trimmers, and he went and cut through the wire. I thought, how? How? If I did that, right, he'd have looked at me like, what have you done? Not that I would want to use a hedge trimmer, but I'll leave that to him. Go. Now for this one, yeah, I'm going to do it bright again, so I'm going to go back in with the grass green 166. But then these ones what are all down here and in the shadows, I am going to use the darker green, the permanent green on those ones, because they naturally wouldn't have as much light shining on them down here, so I'm going to make sure that there's quite dark down there. But this one can be bright, so we're back in with the, did I say this was light green? Grass green 166. Bit of grass green. I'll go all along that middle bit as well. Yeah, I think yellow and brown leaves will look nice on these ones. Yellowy brown colours. We'll use the brown as the like shadow colour. And like not a bright yellow, like I think I've got a nice Naples type yellow, what might look nice. There we go. Let's get these other leaves done now. So back in with the darkest green, the green opaque 174. Are we calling it? Are we calling it green opaque? So getting underneath in these little teeny tiny bits what are beyond that leaf in front. That's quite tricky to get in on there, but I'm just gonna do those dark. So I'm just going in with like full on pressure there. Just a block colour, you might say. And then just around the edges. This one, I apologise if my hand's in a way. We're in that tricky spot now on the page where it's just like my hand is going to be a bit in the way. So if we've got any more new releases, I told you about the Camilla Derico one. I told you about the other Layla Dooley, the compilation book that was coming out the other day. We're obviously still all waiting anxiously for the new Emily Lardalowberg book that's only coming in October. There's been a lot of promo for that one. Yeah. I know Johanna Basford's got another one in the pipelines. What else? But she's got a calendar coming out as well. The Small Victories calendar 2025. You can pre-order that now on Amazon. Right, I'm gonna go in with the permanent green now on this one. So permanent green 266. And we'll get that colour down. So I'm just filling in now everything that's left, all the white space. There we go. So we've got a few more to do. I might have to turn the page round. I might have to turn you around this way. Just where I get to this bit. How are we going to be? I don't want the camera to start going blurry. That's the only thing I worry about. Because it sends my eyes funny when I'm watching it back. When I'm editing. If the camera's going all blurry, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. So I doubt people watching can handle this. And it keeps going in and out of focus and everything's just blurry. There we go. Back in with a permanent green. And then back in with the 174, we'll call it the green opaque. So on this one, I'm just going to do that centre bit with the dark green. And then going back in with a permanent green. Nearly lost where I was then. It's getting all confusing in this background. And one more left to do in the corner here. So this is green opaque again. It's got to get into those teeny tiny bits. Yeah. I'm going to turn it back round. I apologise. But there we go. I can't really sharpen this pencil very well either because of how small it is. So getting it into small spaces is tricky. What's the background there? What's this little bit here? Stick it. Oh, that's one of them leaves, isn't it? From this one. Right. Getting into those bits is the hardest. Let's just blend that out a little bit. There we go. And then back in with the permanent green. They work really nicely, the polys on this paper. Really nice. So I'm going to get some yellows out next. I think I've definitely gone everywhere with the green where I want the green. I think I have. Unless there's kind of a bit of background there, but it's the unknown to me at the minute. See, because we've got this stalk here, and then coming off it is these ones. So one either side kind of thing. So what's this bit here in between? Is that background? Is that? And again here, because you've got that stalk that's coming off there, and then you've got just that, and that I think might be background. I'm really like, yeah, I'm going to do it as background because it doesn't look like it's going to be those leaves. It just doesn't. So I'm thinking I'm going back in with the darkest green I've got just to shadow all this area out as if it's background leaves, because I really don't know, it doesn't look like it would be part of the leaves that I'm doing next. Oh, emergency vehicle going past again. Went past quite quickly that then. That bit and this bit. There, I think that's better. And then everything else I'm going to do in yellows and browns. So I could have sworn I pulled a pencil out for this, but I haven't. I thought I had. Right, so I'm thinking something like dark Naples ochre, and then a nice sort of browny tone, maybe the raw umber or the brown ochre, something like that for over the top. Let's have a look. Brown ochre and raw umber. What's the difference here? So the brown ochre's got more of a yellow tone in it, and the raw umber I think will work more as better as more of a shadow colour. So I'm gonna go for the raw umber, I think. So start off nice and easy with the dark Naples ochre 184, and I'm gonna put a light layer over all of these sleeves that are left now. It's gonna be really easy, this bit now. Really easy and quite quick, hopefully. Get a nice covering all over the white space. And these will just stand out from the rest of the leaves. Be a nice, another nice pop of colour on the page. We're still in frame? Yeah, just about. Now I'm just putting a light layer, and then I'm going to go in and put my shadows in with the brown, and then if I want to deepen up any of this yellow after, if I want to come back and add more of this, I can come back and add more of this. So it's just getting rid of that initial white space, and then we can build on what colours we want. As we go along. Let's go that way. Has anybody bought anything new? Whether it's a new product or whether it's a product that's been out a while but new to you. I've not bought anything in ages, I don't think, regarding new pencils or anything. I'm quite content with what I've got. You know, I've got to that point now where I know what I like to use. I know what pencils are my favourites. And I've sort of got enough of the other colours, you know, the other brands of pencils that I like. I've got enough of colours of those to sort of keep me content. It's like, yeah. I don't feel like I want to go out, rush out and buy anything at the moment. Apart from maybe paints. Maybe some more paints to do my paintings with. I do need to get some top-ups on my paints actually. I've become a bit of a gouache snob. I started off doing some paintings with the, is it the Hemi gouache or the Artex gouache? I think it was the Hemi gouache. The little jelly tubs of gouache, and I hate that stuff now. It's not bad, but I've just, like I say, I've become a gouache snob. I really like the acrylic gouache. Raw umber 180 now. I'm going to start putting shading in here. So I'm going to darken up the middle bits first, the stalky bit. Put a bit of shadow in them. Yeah, I really like the Holbein acrylic gouache. And the Turner one's really nice as well. The Turner acrylic gouache is really nice as well, but you have to add a little touch more water to the Turner one than the Holbein I've found. Or else, if you don't add enough water to the gouache, it can crack. Now I don't know whether I want to do it darker on the tips or darker on the part here. Darker on the tips or darker here? Where should we go with this? What do you think? I'll go darker in there. Should I go darker in there? Who knows? Yeah, let's go darker here, because then it'll come from this stalky bit, won't it? What we've done. Or maybe I could just add a bit on the edge as well and leave a bit of that in the centre. Yeah, just go with the flow. Go with whatever you want. Could put a bit there, and then yeah, leave a bit and then put a bit at the top. It's quite nice. I'm getting notifications. My partner's sending me pictures from work. What could that be, I wonder? You know what I bet it is? He said there's a he's got an Amazon delivery coming today. And he normally, when he's got something coming being delivered, he sends me updates on the tracking information. And I'm like, I don't really need to know this, because I'm in the house when I'm in the house, and when I have to go and pick the kids up from school, there's nothing I can do about it, so it's tough. I'm at the house, I don't need to know when it's coming. When they knock on the door, I'm either here or I'm not. I like how that looks. I really like browns and ochres together, yellow ochres together. I think they look really pretty. Really pretty. So, do the same up here. Gosh, what's scratchy on there? Is that the paper or is that my pencil? That was really scratchy, that part. I think it might be the pencil. I think I remember saying there was a scratchy part to it yesterday when I was doing part 1. I'm sure it was definitely one of these pencils, but I don't know which one. It was probably this one. Go darker at the edge here. Has anybody got any holidays booked? Not been on holiday since I was about 14-year-old. I'm not even gonna lie. I've really not. Every time my mum says that, my mum might make a passing comment like, oh, I need an holiday. We've not been in about, I don't know. I think COVID was the longest she'd not been on holiday. She's like, oh, we've not been on holiday for like 2 years or something. I'm like, Mum, I've not been on holiday since I was like 14. How old am I now? 37, 36. How many years is that? I'm sure you'll survive 2 years without an holiday. I don't know. Try and get in here. It's a bit harder when they're teeny tiny. I don't actually like snails in the garden. I was just thinking how, like, I love colouring them. For some reason, I love colouring them. But I absolutely hate them in the garden. They creep me out. They creep me out. And has anyone ever accidentally I'll whisper it in case this snail hears me. Stood on one. Has anyone actually accidentally done that? It's the grossest thing. It's the absolutely most disgusting thing. It's when you go putting something in the outside bins at night time and you can't see where you're walking. Blech. That's all I'll say to that. Although it's not as bad as the time I stood on a slug without shoes on. That was by far the most disgusting thing I've ever done in my life. Vile. Please let me know I'm not the only person that's done this. I can't be the only person. Impossible. I want to sharpen this pencil. I feel like it feels like there's something like on the lead. I don't know. Very noisy sharpener for me. But it's a very good sharpener. It's just very noisy. It's the 10-win one for anyone interested. I do link it in the description of my videos. You can get it on Amazon. Best sharpener I've had so far. Touch wood. Don't let it break now. Don't let it break now, I've just said that. Dear me. I've got one of my daughter's parents' evenings tomorrow. So it's like a juggle. It's like juggling kids. Because I can't really take the rest of the kids to the parents' evening with me because my youngest daughter and son are wild. Absolutely wild. So I've had to make it right for my sister-in-law to pick my littlest kids up from a different school. Whilst I go to a parents' evening at my eldest daughter's school. Juggle work. Oh, I'm spinning you round. I'm getting to this side now. I'm gonna get some of that brown right in there, then ease it off a little bit. Add a bit more. I'm just really random with where I'm putting the darkness. I might leave a little sliver of the naples yellow, was it? Seeping out underneath. Now, if you decide to go back in with the naples yellow here, rather than it being quite a muted colour like it is at the moment, if you go in with your naples yellow again, you're going to get that punch of yellow. You're going to get a really strong yellow colour, and I don't want that. I want to keep it muted like this, so I'm not going to go in with the yellow again. Now you can blend it with your blender pencil if you want to go back in over the top of the naples yellow and blend it with a blender pencil, and then that'll keep it quite muted, but I'm not going to go back in with the yellow because that would make it very, very bright, and I don't want it to be bright on this occasion. Sometimes I do, sometimes I think let's just make this nice and bright yellow, but not today. I'm not doing it today. I'm not getting carried away. I like the mutedness of this and the fact that it gives it quite a nice highlight look to it. But if I went in with the yellow now with a hard pressure to burnish that, it just your highlight would disappear, and then you just have this really bright yellow in the centre. So I don't want to do that. Just soften that a little bit. I'm going to really deepen up these little teeny tiny ones that are under here because I feel like they would be really shadowed under there. You know, all these little bits peeking out from the corner. I reckon they would be dark. So we're just gonna go in like that. These ones I'm leaving a bit of a highlight on top, on the top section. Gone quiet, you can tell. Gone quiet. My concentration mode now. It's mindless as well, though. I always say it. When you hear me go silent, it's just because I'm in the zone. Lovely and mindless when you're just using the same colours over and over, isn't it? I'm just missing my daytime TV on the telly now. I think when I've done this, I'll go and make a cup of tea. Might make an egg and turkey rasher bam, or pitta thing. I get like these, they're called, what they're called? Pitta pockets, I think they're called. They're like a really soft, really soft pitta bread. And you can open them up and you can put like your egg and bacon in there or whatever. Or you can make a ham salad and shove that in there. You can fit anything in them. This bit I'm going to do dark there because it's right underneath everything. So when things are in shadows, you can just put more of the brown on. I've like fully gone in there on the brown at the bottom. And then we've got these two to do. It's coming together nicely. I think I'll take inspiration from this one as well and put some of the colours used here in the mushrooms. So maybe the mushrooms might be nice to be like this colour, you know, here. And then bring a little pop of like colour from the shell somewhere. Maybe. Oh, the snail's there. I didn't even notice that. That snail's up there. Oh, well, maybe I'll do the same colours on the snail. Yeah, maybe. Didn't even notice that. Have I not noticed that? There we go. Let's get this last lot of leaves coloured. I've got to the point now where I'm like a bit like over leaves. You know, when you colour so many, then you're like, ooh, is it over yet? Is it over yet? No. Only 100 more to go. Not quite. Slight exaggeration, but that's what it feels like. When you've done so many, that's what it feels like. Let's get that little bit there. got all my cartoons in my head. When I go on the school run, I drop the kids off at school, and then I've normally got to go to the supermarket. So I go to the supermarket, and then I went to the post office this morning, and then I needed to go to the frozen food shop. So when I'm going to the frozen food shop, because it's a bit further away, I stick my Spotify playlist on and I blast it. I blast it out and go for a little drive, a little long drive. It's the best thing to wake you up in the morning. Blast your tunes out. And I listen to rock music as well, rock and metals, that's fun. I'm belting a bit of Rammstein out just casually at 9 AM. Just driving to frozen food shop. A bit of Rammstein, a bit of Seether, a bit of, what else have I got on there? Metallica. Yeah. Enter Sandman's a good one for the morning, wake you up. And let the bodies hit the floor, that'll wake you up. What am I like? My son always sings along to it in the car. And then one of my eldest daughters, she's just disgusted in it, in my music choices. She's like, Mum, why do you listen to German music? She says to me. Like, why not? It's good music. I don't need to know what it's saying. I do know words to some songs, but I don't know what I'm singing. I've no clue what I'm singing. But yeah, just hope it's not offensive. It probably is. It probably is. Oh, come on, leaves. So we've not coloured these yet. I'm getting bored of these ones now. They're too tiny. It's when it's a fiddly area to get into I don't like. Like, you know, when they're super small. I prefer the big ones, like that size. Do that one fully dark at the bottom there, I think. And the one at the side of it, I need to turn that angle. That one at the side will go in fully dark on. And this one will have a little bit of something else. Just at the edge. Ta-da! Give my hand a stretch now. Give it a bit of a stretch, it's died. And then I'm going to put a bit of white gel pen details in on the other leaves. So you can put some little shapes in if you want, so it looks like little holes in the leaves, or you can just put your little dotting details, so it looks like a bit of dew droppage. Don't know. Might do two together here. One a bit smaller than the other. And there we go. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to put any dotting details in on the brown and yellow leaves because I feel like that looks nice as it is. I don't need to put any sort of highlighting in there or anything like that. So let's drag you back down, or was it the No, it was this I moved, wasn't it? Let's zoom you up. Going up. Going up. It's a very big boot, this. So that's that one done. So the next time I come on and film, we'll do this one, and then this one, and then this one. I might have a bit of a panic when we come to these ones because it's fur, isn't it? It's fur. Oh, not quite sure what I'm going to do. But yeah, it'll be this one next. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.